Hello, and welcome back to Anno
Duty done.
1800. Ah,
Time for a kip.
thank you, Sir Archibald. So, in the last episode, we kind of set up the basis of what we want to do in this episode, which is setting up our power chain, mainly in the New World, to make sure we get enough oil and stuff to have multiple power plants, get this missing electricity thing figured out, and start building up some oil tankers and all of that good stuff. So, what I would like to kind of go over some stuff that's happened just while I've been kind of preparing for this episode and getting like resources sent over, so you guys don't have to wait 10 minutes of me just like rambling to get those resources. Some developments happened that were kind of intense, not to me, but specifically between Beryl and all of her crazy ships. She is just pumping out ships. It's insane. And poor Vicente Silva. I still have no idea how this is happening. Like, he is a 3-star AI, and he is getting crushed at almost every turn. Every time I see something new pop in the notification, it's Vicente Silva getting attacked by Beryl, and she's just one-upping him everywhere. I don't think he's in danger of, like, losing. I mean, this is going to be a really hard island to take, for example. But Beryl has just been mowing him over. And it doesn't help that Mercier is also, an enemy. I think he's at war with, he's at war with both of them. Not at war with the pirates, lucky for him. And not at war with me, lucky for me. But Beryl has just been kind of steamrolling through her way through all of this. So I'm actually kind of curious. What is she at? She's 309 military. What are you at? He still has a high military. I think that's mostly his defenses in the New World. Or sorry, Old World. But he's been losing the front on almost every other occasion. How's Anne Harlow doing? Still doesn't like me? Okay. I really want to get her on our side as well, to start getting some more trading with her. That would be awesome. Now, the reason I mentioned this is because we'll have to have a new plan when we get to the DLC. Because Embessa is occupied by basically Beryl. She took over every single island, and every time that Silva has set up something like this, just a small little starter place, it's been attacked constantly. And you notice here there's a temporary ceasefire, and that's because he's now at a ceasefire with Beryl, because she was immediately going to take it. So I got a little nervous, so I started building up a little bit as well. I might be trying to get to this stage. Now, I don't know what resource that necessarily is. That's some sort of like brick thing. I don't know if that's in the next tier or what. I don't see it anywhere close by. But I really want to get some guns around here because not looking too hot. That's why I have my ship of the line here. Just kind of, I sent it here to drop off some materials. I guess we don't need steel. I thought we might have, but it doesn't require that here. So I might do a little bit of extra production here just to get to the point where I can put guns around here, because if I lose this island, then I am gonna have to do a big invasion in order to get to this deal, to even start this DLC. So just a quick thing of what I did here, for those who don't know this DLC, and I don't really know this DLC either. In order to get production of things. Oh, interesting. So this is actually a good example. In order to get production, you need to make fertile soil. So all of this, this yucky yellow dirt color. It's not that yucky. It's actually kind of nice looking at. It's like a little savanna. Ooh, a giraffe. Cute. It's not usable. It's not usable for any sort of like farming. Now it is usable to build trees around, apparently. To get our Wanza timber, but that's the only thing that we didn't need this for. Now with this, we have these little sections here that are river slots where we can put in oil pumps. And oil pumps can make the irrigation work for up to like 250 sections. I'm not sure if it's like tiles of irrigation like in a line or what this 250 is, but you can see like as water comes through the canal, it kind of greens up the sides here. And so I just kind of took it over here, wrapped it around. I think this looks really cool. And I definitely want to keep doing like this kind of stuff like in the town. I think that's really cool. So for that end, what I want to do here is just kind of extend this canal just a little bit, maybe just all the way into here, and this will make these fertile lands. See how they turned green, and now I guess I can use all of it. Nice, great, sweet. I didn't need it to get the minor production I needed for that, but it's good to know how to do that anyway. So I'll leave this alone for a little bit, but I'm keeping my eye on it, and my eye on Barrel specifically. We are very high in our trade agreements with her. Like, our reputation's very good, but there's a little disparity in our two, military and economy. Like I said, she's just cranking out ships left and right and taking over all of this land. Similarly, in Trelawney, basically in a desperate attempt, and I want to take this out as well.
Need a plan.
Thank you, Beryl, for not hating me for that. Same thing here. They've kind of been taking all these lower islands. Wow. I have more islands than Vicente at this point because he's lost all of his in the other locations. That's insane. I just wanted to take these two really quick. And I put a gun on this one already. Oh, and I think I can probably put the rest of this in here. I put a gun here already just to... I just wanted these islands to kind of secure a safe channel
Let the sails
with
fill.
ships coming in, specifically from the old world into Crown Falls. So I wanted to take this island in particular in case anyone tried to set up here. I didn't want them shooting my ships coming in, things like that. But I still haven't done anything over here. I haven't really moved anything.
Had no use for the island altogether. Not for a time.
We should definitely start doing some of these at some point, just because I think they'd be really fun. But I do want to kind of try to finish the campaign before I start the DLCs. It's hard though, because like again, they're just expanding into it. I'm gonna leave the passage alone and just see if like when I get there it's already all taken. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of curious how that's gonna end up. Hopefully by then we'll also have a decent size force. The other thing I want to like when I get to this, I really want to learn about these transmutes a little bit more, because like there's some like this, for example. This is a really cool item. Requires some scrap, some like higher level scrap, heavy guns, niter, but it gives you this crazy boost to your ships. Another thing here is like, you know, movement speed plus no cargo slowdown. Like put this on some of our cargo ships.
Soon be disused. There's a tip for old iron.
And then, you know, you got like standard things like workforce productivity. These are, seems like one-time use ones for those. But yeah, like workforce needed would be nice to have. I don't know, there's just a lot of like really cool income per house 30 with no downsides. That would be great. Just to put near our like engineers, for example. Speaking of engineers, ditchwater, I added a few more, so just kind of threw some in there. Now you notice our income currently is rising. That is because I have a consumption tax available right now. So it's one of my propagandas. That is going to go away, and we're going to be down, looks like, around somewhere in the ballpark of like 1 to 2,000 on there. So definitely want to keep going with this. Now I did increase our workforce past the labor pool cap of the 1,000, which means
Statistically, we're miserable.
We should just keep going up with these, because at this point we're just spending royal taxes, so might as well just like keep that going. Coffee is useful, electricity, light bulbs, so we can start kind of working on some of this. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, pocket watches actually give a lot of coins. A lot of coins. So do penny farthings, to be fair.
The base ingredients for life are all I need to thrive. Water, fuel, shelter, warmth, a laboratory, a housekeeper, and so on.
Yeah, so here is where I was thinking, you know, gold mines, coal, and all this for goldsmiths. But currently I have a pirate who sells me gold. And wouldn't it be nice if I could just build this, you know, in my zone over here? I don't think. Yeah, I'd have to build it. I have to build it kind of close. Maybe I like open up a wall, another wall here, and just kind of put it on the other end of it. But essentially, if I'm making the penny farthings, right, then that's going to go directly to these guys and increase that, or sorry, pocket watches, then increase their coins by a ton. And that could be a good way to offset things. And I could pay for the gold, you know, periodically, and that'll be offset as well. So it's something I have to consider is how much does that gold cost? And it's a decent amount of money.
Welcome. Everyone is welcome here.
Yeah, 2,000 per set. It's not the best. I'll keep thinking about it. I also did set up. I wonder if it's coming in yet. Nothing yet. Let's check the world map. See where it's at. I did set up a trade route. I have no idea where it's at. Is it in here? No. Huh. Ah. There it is. So, oh, I just sold it. Okay, cool. So, this one, this trade route, just who watches the watches, has this clipper just going between the two and selling some. I set it to 25 because that's around like 27. Sorry, 270,000 or something like that. So I don't want to like tank my economy, but we'll be getting some spurts in there, and eventually to start making a lot of money, like the soap road does. But like, this is I'm almost making free money at this point because like I'm not making any of the material that I'm selling. I'm just sort of selling it between Archibald and Katamas Harbor. So I'm just gonna keep that going, I guess, and see where it goes from there. All right. So a lot of that was just kind of the pretext of what we're gonna do now.
A new commission?
Sweet, artisan goods are working. I do have a decent little fleet. Oh yeah, so there we go. Just lost it, and it dropped way down. So definitely gotta keep an eye on that. Oh man, another one, huh? Okay. I don't want the needs consumption because like needs is the problem. And the income's a problem. So this is the only one that like I feel like works.
Of course, you know what.
The world's first elevator has been invented. Nice. I don't like this title, but it's what we're dealing with. So then I just popped in, like, for instance, a needs thing. Now, that being said,
sometimes nice to have tangential news.
I only have so much income or so much influence here to work with. So I'm thinking I probably just leave it alone for now.
All it needs is a sharp deterrent.
And yeah, so we're gonna be down a little bit there.
People don't always know what will be good for them.
So I'm curious. Ditchwater, how you doing? Yeah, so the biggest thing is like our moneymaker, Ditchwater, with all the new maintenance fees. You know, I mean, look at my expenses, right? It's all in like production buildings. It's like look at like none of these numbers, even royal taxes. That's nothing. This is where it's all being focused, and it's really in. Can we sort by like? Is this a sort thing? Yeah, it's like mainly these top tier stuff, the artisan buildings, the motor works and all this. Like if I just like removed the motor assembly line, that'll save us that much money. I'm also kind of curious, did you guys drop So we had a little problem with rum a little while ago, and I'm kind of curious if it went down a bit. Ah, indeed. So right now we're waiting on rum, and I think that's another thing we got to figure out as well. So what's let's see. Can we see anything coming in? Like there it is. There's one of the ships. I have 2 ships on this route, I believe. I'll double check, but there's 80 coming in there. Sorry for that little bit of a hiccup there. Something was on my keyboard, and it accidentally pushed the stop recording button, so I ended up losing a little bit of that. Nothing too crazy, just talking about the rum, figuring out that stuff. I have 2 ships on there, so I don't know if I need to have a 3rd one. Might be a little crazy. I was setting up a power line to go kind of through the town and up towards the upper coast here. And I was explaining about how I need to make this power plant and supply it with some power and then move these shipbuilders up there. The reason I want them up here is because all of these can also use power, which I think would be very beneficial. Whereas like down here, there's not like the fisheries don't need power and things like that. I could move like these down to have some power on like the farms, but that might be a later project. I don't know. There's also like this area here which could use power to build stuff. I have 2 buildings here that are just barely out of range, and it's really aggravating. Yeah, I mean, it's so close. Like
Life is like sea
I'm
water.
kind of tempted on this one just to move this artisan temporarily and just add like a little road, just like take this down just a little bit, or like cut it across or something, like take this guy out and cut this in. That might be better. Let's do that actually, just real quick. Just take this, move, like can't relocate. No, it's too close to the disease. I don't want to move a whole thing. I don't know how long that lasts. Anyway, it might just keep spreading constantly, though. Like there's just not room to fit these in. Like they're just so, it doesn't quite work. I mean, alright, whatever. Temporary one just to fix that issue because it's annoying. And it looks like it's spreading back. Like they fought it and then it's spreading back out. So let's just deal with it. So anyway, I kind of was messing around with some bridge stuff. I had to remove this one to put this one in. Can't really put it back in though, because like these are pushing their limit as well. But if we get some tractor farms and fix this up, maybe it'll be better. I feel like everything is gonna resolve itself when I just spend time and just fix things, like just move things around and get them in a nice spot. I still have like all of this area as well that I can move things out to, so I feel like we have plenty of room, and I don't need all of these farmers. Like, I don't need... I'm 200 over on a good day. Sometimes I'm up to 300 on some of those. Chance of riots down. Sure.
Help yourself, Gav.
Sounds good to me. I also disabled the public mooring because unless my
Perhaps you
attractiveness
don't
level
realize what's at stake here.
is up to like, I think it's like 100 and something, like 110, 118, then it doesn't help me. It's just maintenance cost is going to cost more than what they give me. So I disabled that for a bit. Let's actually... So I was thinking with the electricity, I just kind of come around here like that, hook it up that way. And then I'm still trying to figure out how to go like this. And what I'm thinking is just moving some of this and cutting literally these ones that are getting helped right now. I want to move them anyway. Let's actually move this over here. This is actually how I found out I wasn't recording the last segment, was because I tried to do this and I couldn't use my keyboard. And then I looked over and I realized, like, oh, that little bar that's like holds that you use for your like wrists enough that it was actually hitting the button that started and stopped my recording. So that was really annoying. I lost that. Oh, also, you may have noticed, it's not here anymore because I sent it. There is a cargo ship that I have acquired in the interim while I was like trying to explain stuff. Not a cargo ship, sorry, an oil tanker specifically. Archibald sold one, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. And there might be a clip of that here. Thank you, Sir Archibald. You know exactly what I needed. So I want to create a route and oil route. Ooh, specifically an oil route. We'll add our thing to it. Ditchwater and Isla, and eventually we'll hook up Curiosity as well, but we don't have any oil there. So on Isla, let's just load up the oil. Unload it there. Can I use multiple slots, or is that kind of like the only... If I do this... Oh, no oil harbor. Okay.
Competitors are now at war.
I can add it multiple times, which is very interesting. I guess it is cargo slot 1. Okay, so just fill up to 400. Sweet, and this is it's gonna be New World to Old World oil. If it's there. Alright, so hopefully post commentary Travis put that in. I did have like a short clip of it, I think. If not, then that's too bad.
I can teach you how it works.
Am I not connected up somewhere? That's odd that it does a downward loop, but let's see. So this goes... I found the culprit. We need to get this fixed before that cargo ship gets here. There you go. Load them up. Load them up, baby. This one I have coming out this way. And hopefully this thing will work. I need to get more just products out here. I haven't been mining the clay. And the reason is because I think I want to use Clayland as my excuse to do that. Do I not have... Oh my gosh, there's disease everywhere I look. And I can't build... Wait, no, we have one. Mobilize. Get out there. Fix it.
New
Ah!
orders?
The sea cucumber. You're also... That's not good. Do I want to do this right now? You know what? I'm going to start rescuing these Pyrphorians. I have an armada over here. I mean, look at this thing. I know one of them is diseased. Actually, we don't even need you. Just stay around there. Yeah, these artisan goods are... They're working on it. Hopefully, we'll keep doing that. Now I'm really nervous because I don't know what I've said in the recording or whatnot.
We all need a place to go home.
Because it did cut off. I do have favor with Jean Lafortune, so he's got the gold, he's got weapons if I need it. You know what's funny? I've sent up a trade route between, like, Archibald and Mbessa to get extra money that way. He sells weapons, and I believe Isabel Sarmento
Warm seas
buys
lap
weapons.
these shores.
That's like 400 per exchange. I'm kind of tempted with this extra clipper right here. Like, alright, I'm going to do it just for the lulz for a bit. I might turn it off because it is kind of like silly that this is a thing. But what if I just set up a trade route between those two? Buy that, sell that. And honestly, with 150, this will probably be like a one-time. I could turn this on and off, but let's just say like guns or gun runner, and then new world or something. I don't know. And then we can just add the vampire squid that's not doing anything right now. I am very curious to see like. This mortar, which is pretty neat as well.
Fleet embarking.
Oh, that's cool. So if you select a fleet, it'll give you all of your weapons, because like he has, obviously like just him, he has that. But if I select the fleet, that's kind of cool. All right, let's go grouped for a little while. Now, I think like the way this works is that you can either
Fleet on the move.
sneak in, right, and not trip any of these sensors, or I'm pretty sure you can also just like fight through them. Like you just have to rescue. So I'm kind of just going, and I'm just gonna go hit all these locations and get them on board the
Moving to
vessel.
coordinates.
And I kind of want to put them on him because he has the max sail speed that's the highest.
I owe you, boss.
Aye.
So let's just keep knocking these out. Let's go this way. Again, if they get caught, like, I'm just gonna shoot whatever attacks me. You gonna? No? Okay.
Fleet en route.
I do get a little bit of a delay on that. That's good.
You can rely on us.
Thank you. Honest.
Oh,
Fleet moving in convoy.
wonder if they're gonna do it. Oh no. These are pretty quick ships. Okay, this is gonna happen. Let's just get between.
Ship under attack.
We bomb that.
Attention for the Admiral.
Get them all fighting one of them. Oh, sweet. That was awesome. So it's already dead. Killed them both. That was a quick fight. Took a little bit more damage than I would have liked, but
Fleet
I mean,
embarking.
I'm not really complaining. That was awesome. And the last ones are over here. And again, I'm just going to move the fleet. Like, I'm not caring too much about being super secretive or anything like that.
Keep her constant.
When you have, 3 frigates, well, technically, so it's 2 frigates, a pirate frigate, and a flagship. And I believe the flagship is it stronger?
Stations.
Yeah, it's way stronger than a frigate. Like if you look at just like damage and stuff on here. It's like 28 damage on the normal frigates, and then 43 on here.
I owe you, boss.
And then you have my pirate frigate, which has 38, and that one along with a mortar that does 600 on a shot. So
I am thankful for what you
doing
have
okay.
achieved.
Alright, so I think I'll go here and then send the pirate frigate kind of solo to Isabel. Which side? This side.
Make sail!
Turn in that quest there. How are we doing on our fuel? Nice. Alright, so we're stocking up, and hopefully that oil tanker will come in. Ideally, we want to get like a full cargo before that thing moves on. But we'll see how it goes. Anything? No? Nothing to trade? Oh, here goes that.
Aye.
There it goes with all the guns on it. We'll see how that actually didn't really dent my money too bad. Man, I am having terrible luck with recording today. First I had the thing where it cut off my recording. That was all my fault. And then my mic suddenly just decided to stop picking up both desktop and mic audio. So that was an interesting turn of events. Anyway, I believe, let's see, we have this whole chain going. Hopefully that'll be good to go. Eventually I would like to expand this up a bit. Obviously we need these as well. The bricks I will get from Clayland. And again, like, the problem with these recordings is that I never know, like, what we're doing. Because I keep jumping back and forth between all of these things. I believe this next section, all I did was move these up here. Mainly just getting them out of the way. They might not be getting the best location changes. However, I think it'll be good overall because we can have this come through here and connect up. So let me do that real quick here. Excellent. And this goes all the way in here, so we turn this on.
The machines.
It should start getting something from here. And what I want to do to make sure I don't lose anything, I want to actually turn the power off of this.
Seal the valves.
Now that's going to slow down,
to
it'll
fix
stop
the
production of the motors for now. But we don't need motors for any, like, production line yet. So that's fine. And hopefully this means that this will be the last one sent here. And we'll have the rest of it sent to the other one. Let's also move this up here. And I think just right in the middle is probably okay. So something like... Oh, the relocation cost. Oh, it's because we bought stuff. No! Did you just buy from here? Is that what just happened?
Awaiting new horizons.
Just bought those. Oh, man. Dang it. Alright, we'll have to wait on moving that. Actually, while we're waiting, I think what I want to do is kind of blueprint out what this might look like here to have, I don't know, like 2 more, maybe? Cool, and then we can put it on the other side of there. Dang, that was so close. That would have been interesting. Okay. The other thing I did is I kind of started maneuvering some ships in.
Stations.
Mainly these boys over here. Because I do believe that as soon as I approach this lighthouse, there's going to be a problem.
At first I thought you were a spy of the Queen. Now I know your heart is in the right place. All of us sticking together. That is the best chance we have of defending ourselves.
Indeed.
Pyrphorian ships approach. I have never dealt with them face to face. What can they want?
Move the Endeavor He's getting wrecked.
Now we must inflict what we might have saved for later.
My people's future is secure. They have you to thank for this.
Why has Isabel not yet given us the prosperity contract?
Constant.
She is worryingly elusive on the subject.
Ooh, that thing is
Her Majesty
moving.
wants prosperity back
Coordinates plotted.
by whatever means necessary.
The contract. It is gone. The Pyrphorians must have stolen it during the attack. How did I fall for such a simple
Make
diversion?
sail.
These fabled lands exist after all.
No, another expedition. The contracts. Ah. Well, that explains why she's been elusive, or maybe she's not telling us the truth about it. But let's see what this is all about.
Good captains respect the sea, fear it.
All right. Finding the contract of sale for Prosperity Island is crucial to prove that your father had no part in it. Navigation, diplomacy, and force are likely, mostly certain on that one. All right. So what do we have right now? We have things like the Excalibur, which already has huge naval power and some navigation on it. That's actually not bad. Not a mad start. We also have things like the pirate ship that we have. Cargo ships are not as good on the power scale. Or we could go crazy naval power and something like the Queen Fighter. I think that right now, our best bet. Also, I noticed flagships are actually kind of poor in all these regards. Let's just send our frigate. I think the Excalibur is a fine ship to send on this. Should be pretty good.
Ship shape.
It's got some bonuses already on it for navigation that make it plus 40, I believe, which is pretty good. I guess I should say like the flagship would have been great with these on it as well, but I don't want to have to move things around. Now, where we send out is going to change what goes on with this. Now, if I send out from, for instance, like La Isla or whatever, I think it's closer overall, but I don't necessarily think that that's a good thing. Like, I might want some other things. So if for example, if I were to go from ditchwater, which has like pretty much all of our stuff, right? What could we send? Well, there's things like this, which also increase more navigation. I could also send some of these guys, which might have things like force on them as well. There's a force 10 there. Let's see what we got here. Diplomacy 30. You know, I might... And force 15. You know, I might have to send from here. And then maybe load up on pure Russians would increase diplomacy again. That might be the way to do things. How's the champagne? Diplomacy 30? Yeah, so if we put on like, well, champagne would be in lieu of rations. We want rations. Oh, here we go. Well, no, it's nope, still just diplomacy. Oh wait, extra rations. How are cigars rations? What? I understand them being diplomacy, right? You're like, oh, let's, settle this over a few cigars. And you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. How the heck is that? Wait, is the champagne rations? Okay, I guess this does count as rations too. Very interesting. All right, you know what? Just send it from there. All right, so it'll take a little bit for the Excalibur here to get over there. Although it's a pretty quick ship. It's moved at like 20 knots in the you know, with the wind. It's not the worst. Let's move everybody else back. So I also got a mortar, which is the same as our Trunian mortar. However, the cooldown on this is 45 seconds. Cooldown on this is 10 seconds. So I can, you know, I can shoot the mortar and then 10 seconds later it's ready to go again, which is absolutely insane. I'll put the mortar on the other ship of the line here to have that as well. And hopefully, yeah, when we select them, we actually get both. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. Anything to sell me? No? Okay. I keep checking because I got that one pirate frigate and I'm just so excited. Ooh, you know, this could also be a good place to get the clay for everybody. It's also got a lot of oil on this island too. I don't know. It's tempting. It's tempting. We're also going to eventually get prosperity, which will have a lot of oil, as you clearly can see. This is what they're grabbing out of here anyway. I actually might take a photo of this and try to like recreate it. I think that'd be kind of cool. But for now, it's fine. It's all good. Gotta be a little careful because all the oil is gonna erode all of this land here and kind of make it murky. I don't think the cargo ship has arrived yet, or the oil tanker, I mean. I'm assuming because we only have 300 in here. Maybe it did and I refilled it already. But nothing too crazy. So we'll start that contract. And honestly, like, this episode has kind of been wrought with just problems with recording, and it's really bugging me.
Curious.
Oh, I am increasing this the rate of these. I just realized.
Always harder with someone at your shoulder.
So I definitely want to hurry up and... Oh, we got some money. Excellent. I don't know what sold, but thank you. I will plop this down. Maybe with like one gap there. There's a lot to move that. Jeez. Okay. So now that we have this here, and I can just connect this up to a road, this should give us power. And actually, I don't think these are actually getting power yet, right? Okay. Because I haven't connected the road up. So let's actually do that. Do I want to do it? I feel like I did this all wrong. I kind of wanted to do something like this, which actually means this would go one over. And then let's get... does not want me to put it there. Ah. There we go. And then connect in. Okay. So now all this should actually be receiving power, which is awesome. This will double all the productions and like everything, which makes it insane. Let's also just get some of these started. So I want to get maybe like 2 more oil tankers. I'll make 3. I think that's a good start. Then we'll get a couple cargo ships, and that should be plenty. We're going to be in a pretty big deficit. So again, like ditchwater, we have some issues with things like maintenance right now, and definitely want to address these kind of issues pretty soon here. Also, cool thing to note is that I believe the electricity halves the time it takes to build. So this should only take like 3 minutes instead of 6, even though it says 6 on there. But I don't know for sure. I think that's the case. I think it's the case. But I think what I want to do right now, in lieu of the fact that my recording has been kind of less than superb today.
To think before I leap.
Oh man, we need to fix this. I'm gonna fix a lot of these things. So I think off camera, I'm gonna fix our production chains. I'm also going to rearrange all of this right here, this section here with all of these farms. I'm going to shift things around based on if they have tractors, and I'm gonna get some tractors in place. For an example, I will show you, like, if you,
Nice day for
I
it.
will just remove one for now. But let's say this is actually, I think, the size of a tractor farm. So sorry, I know you were living there, but hey. So let's do a tractor barn here. I'm just gonna make it and pause that. So the tractor farm will take some fuel and increase the productivity by 200%, which means that's 3 times the yield, and requires half the workforce. So 3 times the production, half the workforce, and I just need to increase from 144 to 216. That's the change right there. Just that little bit there, and I get triple production. So I'm gonna go through and fix all of this, clear it out, make sure I don't need I basically reduce the number of workers I need overall. I'm gonna add tractors for all of the grain, all of the schnapps, and kind of condense this whole region down, maybe pretty up this section here. Maybe even move some of this as well, because we do have all this space here as well, and like the rest of this space. So I'm gonna do that a little off camera. Expect to see some bits of it here and there in the next episode when I go over it. But yeah, just because the recordings have been kind of weird, and that's a lot of this is just moving things around. I don't want to. Oh my gosh, please no. Okay.
Your ship has
Because of the way
returned
that
from
it's
voyage.
not recording well, and the fact that I'm just moving things, I'm not really doing anything proactively. I'm gonna keep recording, and I will record the bits for the passage, and that's, or not the passage, the contract, which I believe our ship just entered the region for. So I'll keep the recording going for that, but otherwise, most of this will probably be either sped up in the next episode or just kind of cut off. Cool. All right. If you enjoyed watching, please leave a comment, please leave a like, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.